Most people don't think about levees. You can drive past one every day and never realize what it is. Just a stretch of land, maybe a wall, something that blends into the background until the water rises. That's when everything changes, because behind that line are homes, families, businesses, entire communities. And for millions of people, that line is the only thing standing between them and the water. At the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Louisville District, that responsibility is constant. The Levee Safety Program exists to make sure these systems hold, not just during a flood, but long before it ever begins.
So a levee is a structure that usually consists of earthen embankment, concrete floodwall, or both. And the primary purpose of a levee is to prevent water from flooding nearby. To put it simply, a levee keeps water away from the land and a dam holds water.
Simple in concept, but critical in execution.
Levees are nearly strictly purely for life safety and protection of property.
And the reality is, a lot of people living behind these systems don't even realize they're there. Across the country, more than 23 million people live and work behind levees, protected every day by something they may never see. But when these systems fail, the consequences aren't small. They're immediate, and they're devastating.
So the Levee Safety Program started right after Hurricane Katrina, and basically put a renewed focus on levees and essentially preventing that from ever happening again. It's very important because essentially life safety. When it comes down to it, levees are, providing flood damage risk reduction for property as well as the lives there. And we have a new focus on evacuation procedures, trying to get folks out of harm's way before it becomes an issue, and then also giving individuals enough time to evacuate. So the levees that need to operate, they need to perform, and they need to hold back the water for the extended period of time.
Since then, the mission has been clear: understand the risks, strengthen the systems, and protect the people behind them. But this isn't something the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers does alone. Behind every levee system are local sponsors, the people who are out there every day, watching, maintaining, and protecting these systems. And that partnership is what makes the system work. Because when the river starts to rise, it's no longer theoretical. Teams move in, conditions are monitored in real time, decisions happen fast.
We're basically all hands on deck during flood season, especially when we have a big event, and like we did last year.
We will basically put boots on the ground. We'll help levee sponsors put eyes on the levee, look out for spots that are having some troubles.
We are constantly monitoring conditions and communicating with our sponsors to identify signs of distress on the levee. And that can look like things like seepage, slope instability, and erosion. And we can also travel to levees to provide on-site support, including providing technical guidance, making sure that the sponsors have the materials they need, like sandbags, pesco baskets, and also we can provide risk analysis in real time.
The goal is simple: hold the line, buy time, protect lives. But some of the most important work happens when there's no flood at all.
Day to day, I am reviewing projects that either community members, the city wants to do on or near these levees. And then we're also going around and doing inspections. We'll do a complete inspection of them, go from one end to the other and find all the deficiencies and help the sponsor better use their money to improve the levee system and make sure that it performs.
Quiet work, steady work, the kind most people will never see. But it's the reason everything holds when it needs to. Because levee safety isn't just about infrastructure. It's about the person who doesn't have to evacuate, the business that doesn't lose everything overnight, the family that wakes up the next morning with their home still standing. It's about trust in a system, in a partnership, and in the people working behind the scenes to make sure that line between water and home never breaks.